That is also 40% is and breast cancer, but human papilloma again 40% are related to head and neck cancer is from human papilloma virus. So what we are smoking, we're chewing tobacco, BD, cigarettes, all of the head and neck cancer and all will literally not come majority of the time. So why not we go towards that? At HCG, even though we are cancer care provider, we have taken a leadership role in this. And if you look at the centers, we are now going into alternate.
What is the challenges for your HCG Eco Cancer Treatment Center? What are the challenges?
See, we cannot compare ourselves to Tata and others. We are a private, but at the same time, we feel we should not refuse treatment to anyone. We don't take any grants from anyone. We have not. And we believe if properly treated, the right treatment for the patient, right time is the best outcome. We focus on outcome. One is what we call as value-based medicine. Essentially what that means, if a patient walks in, particular cost it costs, what is the outcome, and how much does it cost to go to another country for an advanced country and get a treatment. We have done that through our Harvard study where we have clearly shown, for example, at that time for the breast cancer in 2012, US would cost $29,000. Our cost was about $2,000. But same outcome, 90% 5-year, 10-year survival. So that is what we focus on. We spend a lot of time multidisciplinary clinic. One single doctor should not see the patient. Like radiation, medical, surgical, pathologist, clinical, radio, all of them should be involved in decision making. So because cancer today is very complex. My 42nd year in oncology, 28 years in US, I can tell you one thing, cancer is not simple to treat. Because if you make one single mistake, it can recur. Cancer is very unforgiving. You can say cancer came back. I have a patient that came recently with a huge tumor. We can say biology of the tumor, but it is not necessarily, but it could be technology, it could be lack of knowledge and the treatment. So we have virtual tumor boards, we discuss the case. We have cases where patients were told nothing can be done. But if you do genomics, you spend time, you can literally treat them and even cure them. I have instances of patient. In recent week, we have to put 25 cases like that showed. So what I want to say is, being a fighter against cancer, yes, cancer can be prevented. As I said, if you ban tobacco, it is great for all of us. We don't have to see advanced cancer, That is what we would like to see, But why are they not banning tobacco? Because revenue. They get revenue. They can find alternate ways.
Bengal is a rural-based area, so lots of people are below the poverty line. Yeah. So what is the facility?
See, the cross-subsidy, Ayushman scheme is there. Everybody can get the scheme, which is good. Government has a good intention. Up to 5 lakhs, they say they'll cover. But they don't cover for everything, unfortunately. If somebody needs a drug called Herceptin for breast cancer, they don't cover. They say no, some technology. But still, it is better than nothing. So we should improve that. So people who are below poverty line today have access to this kind of center through the schemes. But even otherwise, if a child comes, somebody comes, require treatment, we do cross-subsidy. And we have a policy not to refuse treatment. We work with foundation, we work with crowdfunding to see patients do get a treatment.
What kind of foundation you work?
We have a HCG foundation where we raise funds for individual patients or for generally. Through that, we help patients. Suppose you come to a hospital and say the cost is 1 lakh or 2 lakhs. The patients say they can pay only 50,000. The foundation may help 50,000. Hospital can help another 50,000. Like that, we create a model. So each one is bearing some cost. Because if the hospital alone subsidizes, they will close. Today, a lot of hospitals are closing, So there is a lot of issue. So because the technology is very expensive. Like you look at a PET scan or a Radisat, it costs like 18-20 crores equipment. Cycle.
Right now, there is lots of incidents that happen to the private hospital, like the patient has died and the patient party has occurred. And so then lots of cases are...
Yeah, it is because it has been misunderstood. You see, the thing is, people are not explaining to the patients properly. We have to explain. The key here is the cost has to be explained. And a lot of people, what happens, they come to the emergency. We have it in Bangalore. Suddenly they come. They think HCG means its destination, even though they think they can be treated. So after a few days, they go to ICU, let us say they die. The bill comes because a lot of new drugs burns lakhs. Suddenly they say, why is it come? Because they have to pay from pocket. The issue is, as long as people have to pay from pocket, it's difficult. Even in United States, If you have $10,000 bill, how many can pay? Can't pay. Very difficult. So we have to bring out universal health care. Until then, all these galatas will happen. Because what happens, patients come with hope. Recently they beat up somebody here in Calcutta only, no? The patient died, 80-year-old person, because they think doctors are gods. We are not gods. But we have to explain properly to the patient, make sure. We also videograph sometimes.
So you are saying that there is a lacking in the doctors and patient communication?
Patients also understanding, they come in an emergency, they want something done immediately, they think coming to the hospital they will be cured. But we have to sit and explain, detail. But when the emergency is going on, we focus on emergency. Patient may feel not explained, person dies, they think, oh, he didn't do it right. Because the emotion plays. That is the problem, emotion plays. Because if your own father and mother are dying, you feel like, oh, they didn't beat them up, But that cannot happen. We have to have respect. Because doctor's job, I can tell you, is unbelievable. I myself, when we know how sometimes in US I never used to see sunlight. The training is for 12 years. After 12 years, every day and night you have to call. 2 o'clock in the night you have to get up and go. Which other job calls for that? Doctors have a very hard task. And you have to also use your knowledge and treat. It is not as simple. People think it is only money making. People say, oh, doctor is driving in a beautiful car, money making. Are the politicians driving in nanos? I want to know. Tell me, they're all driving nanos or what? But if people are doctors, also have to have comfortable life. Everybody has to because of work. But at the same time, you have to provide the expertise to the patient. They come to you because of expertise. We have to provide that expertise, spend time. What I tell all our doctors is, please treat the patients as though they are mother, sister, brother. If you treat, half the problem is solved. That is all is the key. If I have a patient, I always identify. What is your age, I ask? 67. Okay, you can be my sister. So let us talk. What I will do for my sister, I will do. That kind of thing is needed. And that is needed in medical school, training and everywhere. So doctors don't spend 2 minutes. Doctors are good, they have knowledge. But they say, take this prescription and go. You can't do that. You have to explain why I am giving you this, what is the risk of it, what are the side effects, what will happen, and also whether this will cure you or not, whether control you or not. It may not control, even if it is 5% chance, do you want? You have to explain. Key here is time spent with the patient and family. If you spend more time, better. People will think you can walk on water if you spend time and explain, but you have to spend time. And doctors we are encouraging doctors to learn this in medical colleges. They have to be taught. Because a lot of doctors, famous doctors I've seen, just give prescription 2 minutes. Cancer has come back, take this treatment. How can you? What time you have spent? You have to study the disease, you have to give explanation, you have to show them the scan, you have to show why you are doing it. Even somebody is not educated, we have to spend time. Okay?
Thank you. And you will be glad to know that real-time ultrasound was started by me in 1981. And again, whatever newer things came, like CT, MR, CT was first installed there. MR scan 1.5 and 3 Tesla, both are having under one roof. We first started the nuclear imaging, nuclear gamma camera in ECO. Then all departments we have started. So last 45, 50 years I am here as a diagnostician.